Kenneth Kaunda umuntu wa ufulu anapemfa kukhala pafupi ndi mkazi wekibeti koma Lungu ndi Lupinda anamukana topana akufuna Winnie Mandela
lala kulonda mzimu wakupume anakana kumusungira babete topana akufuna Winnie Mandela ai izi siza kifundi mikanulemu osati zina chabe Kaunda nalirandika fune kukhala pafupi naye Lungu anati tupila kondilajiko Lupinda nane napuza silikali mantabwera lero kulankula za nkondo kodi mukuganiza bwanji Winnie mkazi wa Mandela mupuma bwino koma Lungu akufuna kukhala naye limoji dana mutuma chifukwa cha chifuniro Kaunda nakana lero mufona chukuze muzimu wekupume anakana kumusungira babete sopana kufuna Winnie Mandela ai izi siza kifundi limbikanulemu osati zina chabe kodi Lungu akuganiza bwanji udzapumira pafupi ndi mkazi wa muntu wina Kaunda naletsedwa lero mufuna inu izi ndi chinsinsi osati chifundo koma manyazi banjala Kaunda linga yanke mlandu chifukwa cha ululu ndi manyazi yantano pamene Lungu ananena dana lindi tupi koma tsopano mukufuna malo ai sichabwino tupila kendila boma anatero koma tsopano dana kusanka munda wena ule musi wosanka
Right, so good morning to you. Or is it good afternoon? What time it is over there? What time is it over there in Lusaka, Johannesburg, Harare? Where exactly are you? Just type it in the comment box right there. Right, and just going to be starting straight away here. My name is Simba Chikanza here, beaming to you live early this morning. The family of the late President Edgar Lungu, including the wife Esther, have just lost another appeal against repatriation of the late president. The late president's remains to Zambia for burial. Our viewers, witnesses, join us live right now. Let us know where you're logging in from. Just type it in the comment box right there. Let us know where you're logging from. My name is Simba Chikanza, beaming to you live this afternoon on this development, which really I shouldn't be updating you because I am someone who is an interested, can I say an interested party? I'm someone who is also filing on this very same case. Again, just letting people know, they're members of the public, to know. Right. Wave your hands or say something if you can hear my voice, or if you can't hear me, just wave your hands, say something over there. I'm just saying that as myself, Zimba Chikanza, I'm also a legally interested party in this. I am someone who has prepared papers, and I am ready also to escalate my own case, escalate my own claim, together with the government of Zambia against the Lungu family. Right. I'm hoping that people can hear me here. I'm hoping that people can hear me over there. Let me just put up a space as well so that I can start a space with this also. Okay, I'm going to be reading the judgment. The Lungu family had lost the case, the first case, at the High Court. They lost the case where they were fighting, they were defending their position to choose to bury the late president at a memorial cemetery in Johannesburg, where the wife, the late wife of another president, Nelson Mandela, lies. Okay, let me just do this quickly. Right. No one is speaking here. No one is saying something. I can only see hearts and stuff, right? I need to see comments, folks. Say something out there. Um, I need to see comments from there. I need to see comments, please. Right. Okay. So what I've just done quickly, I've just started also a parallel spaces on Twitter. Okay, I'm hoping that people can hear me over there also on Twitter. If you can't, then let me know if you can't. Right. So what I was just saying is that Simba Chikanza is also an appellate, okay, on this case. I mean, literally. I am someone who is interested in this case at a very, very legal level, and ready to escalate my case should the Lungu family choose to appeal once again. I'm going to submit my own papers, and I've already assembled, by the way, and I'd already done that. But I'm now ready to physically enter court. Should matters arise, should matters get to this level, where the Lungu family chooses to to appeal once again, should they decide to re-appeal or to launch another appeal, Simba Jiganza is going to be there physically in court. I'm sure people have seen my papers already that I prepared. This is over 4 or 5 weeks, if not 6 weeks ago. And the papers that Simba Chikanza assembled there, he will now physically enter court, physically enter the High Court, or is it with whichever court that they're going to appeal. And this is what I'm going to physically do now. In absentia, but this time I'm going to be physically there. And this is my own case that I am suing. I'm also suing. I'm also defending the position that Edgar Lungu, the late former president, must be buried in his country. And this is because one of the reasons is the interference of identity fraudsters like a man called Hopewell Rugoho Chingono, and who have thoroughly proven, and the papers are complete and just waiting for me to physically enter court, and many other identity fraudsters who the South African broadcaster employed or deployed in their news coverage in a way that subjudicially compromise judgment and compromise the atmosphere, and in fact even brings the court processes into contempt. And so I will be physically entering the South African High Court for this purpose, to this purpose, to lodge my own papers. But quickly, I'm just going to quickly read here so people can get to know what it is. What exactly did the judges rule today? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, where is our link here? Let me put our link here so that people can see it. Right. So the link, let me just read, because what I want to do is to read the verdict, and we follow through the verdict, which is here. Stay watching, stay tuned. Okay. So here's the verdict. So here is the verdict. Yes, full text of the verdict will be here under international news, category filed under here. Oh dear, where did I put this link? Just hold on, folks, hold on, folks. Just struggling with one small thing, one small link that needs to be pulled up so that I can read it. The verdict is quite monumental, I must say. This is new and might be a breath of fresh air to the country. But it's not just one country. It's not just one country. It's not just Zambia that is affected. Multiple countries are affected on this verdict. Right. Here we go. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Here we go.
kaunda na lira ndikafune kukala pafupi naye Lungu anati tupi lako ndila dziko lubinda na nenapo za silikali mantawera lero kulankula za nkondo kodi mukuganiza bwanji wine mkazi wa Mandela mupuma bwino koma Lungu akufuna kukala naye limodzi ndane na mutuma chifukwa cha chifuniro kaunda na kana lero mufuna chinsinsi alala kaunda muzimu waikopume anakana kumusungira pabeti sopano akufuna Winnie Mandela
Yes, over there, you've heard it right there. They want to bury Edgar Lungu near another man's wife, next to another man's wife, next to Winnie Mandela, when they yet banned Kenneth Kaunda's family. They blocked Kenneth Kaunda's family from burying the late president next to his own wife. This time they want to do exactly what they banned, what they blocked the founding president, Kenneth Kaunda. So quickly, let me just quickly read the verdict. Are people ready? So this is an application for leave to appeal against the judgment delivered by this court on 8 August 2025. In its judgment, the court upheld an application to repatriate for a state funeral and burial thereafter in the Republic of Zambia the mortal remains of the late former president of Zambia, Mr. Lungu, in favor of the respondent. Section 17 of the Superior Courts Act 10 of 2013 provides as follows: leave to appeal may only be given where the judge or judges concerned are of the opinion that the appeal would have a reasonable prospect of success or there is some other compelling reason why the appeal should be heard. including conflicting judgments on the matter under consideration. As stated in Ramakatha and others versus South African National Congress and another, the merits remain vitally important and are often decisive. The test for reasonable prospects of success is well established in that the applicant must convince the court on proper grounds that there is a sound rational basis for the conclusion that there are prospects of success on appeal in the context of Section 17, 1AI of the Superior Court's. A compelling reason for an appeal to be heard can include legal principles that have not been settled. Turning then to the merits of the application, the applicants, the family, have three-pronged argument. First, the contention that the judge misapplied the exclusive burial rights in terms of the common law must then be taken into account. Read with entitlements protected by the Constitution. Second, the family submitted that as the dispute between the parties arose and is litigated in South Africa, the mortal remains of the late President Lungu in South Africa, the program in FAZ was drawn up by the Lungu family in South Africa, the relief being sought before a South African court. Consequently, the South African legal system has the closest and most real connection to the dispute, and the court should have relied on South African law. The attack further in this regard is that the court erred in applying Zambian law to the dispute in circumstances where the government of Zambia, as dominus litis, failed to place the Zambian law properly before this court by way of expert evidence. In addition, this court's reliance on the decision of Kaunda as a source of Zambian law was incorrect because the late President Lungu was stripped of all his benefits as a former president during his lifetime. Thirdly, it was argued that the order made by this court is inconsistent with the terms of FAZ because that repatriation in terms of FAZ was to be carried out by the Lungu family by way of private charter. FAZ does not authorize any repatriation by the government of Zambia, but the court ordered that the government of Zambia should repatriate the body of the late President Lungu. The applicant's counsel further argued that a contract cannot be concluded in respect of a corpse because it has no commercial value. In this argument, in our view, it is not relevant to the issues in this matter. The applicants further referred this court to the case of Mohammed and another versus President of the Republic of South Africa and others, Society for the Abolition of the Death Penalty in South Africa, and another intervening. Mohammed dealt with the removal of by the government, whether by deportation or extradition of a person to a foreign state with an offense carrying a death sentence. It was held that if the state is securing an undertaking from such a country, that a death sentence will not be imposed, and if not secured, our courts apply Section 39 of the Constitution. The Muhammad case is distinguishable because it cannot be said that on the facts of this case, it was first securing and undertaking from the Zambian government that the respondent will not speak at all events. The court is satisfied that on the merits, there are no reasonable prospects of success. As for the application of Zambian law, the court considered that the deceased was on a temporary visit to the Republic for medical reasons. The main parties to the dispute are peregrine. The Kaunda decision is a leading case in Zambia dealing with state burials. The argument that the deceased was stripped of his benefits is of no moment. He remains a former state president with attendant burial benefits at state expense upon death. The allegation that that the respondent failed to place expert evidence of Zambian law before this court is without merit, as the Attorney General is an expert in Zambian law. The mere fact that FAZ records that the parties will consult and agree as to who will speak at all events does not vitiate the consensus that was reached. Conflicts and disagreements about burial rights are a common feature in our courts. Some disputes. I think I've got an important part that I want to quickly put here, right? the argument that the deceased was stripped of his benefits is of no moment. He remains a former state president with attendant burial benefits at state expense upon death. Let me just bring it up. Conflicts and disagreements about burial rights are a common feature in our courts. Some disputes regarding burial rights are settled after parties have reached agreements. This is common, although a corpse has no commercial value. The argument was that this matter raised unique constitutional issues and points of law as to whether the constitutional and common law rights of a spouse or children of the deceased who are his or hers may be trumped by a state pertaining to the remains of the deceased. Furthermore, for a foreign state to assert a right of burial under its own laws, not South African law, are compelling reasons for the Supreme Court of Appeal to pronounce on. We are satisfied that no compelling reasons exist to grant leave to appeal, simply because the matter is so specific that there is very little to no prospect that the same set of facts will confront a court again. We're satisfied, just repeat that, we're satisfied that no compelling reasons exist to grant leave to appeal simply because the matter is so fact specific that there is very little to no prospects that the same set of facts will confront a court again. There is no reason why costs should not follow the result. In the result, the following order is made. The application for leave to appeal is dismissed with cost, which includes the employment of two counsel on scale C. Wow, so the Lungu family are going to have to pay the government of Zambia. Signatures: AP Ledwaba, Acting Judge President of the High Court, Gauteng Division, Pretoria. AP Ledwaba, AJP, for TP Mudawu, Acting Deputy President of the High Court, Gauteng Division, Johannesburg. S. Porter Hill, Judge of the High Court, Gauteng Division, Pretoria. Now we're hearing there. Did we hear this? Did we hear it? Jan's we get it. I've been there, just we get it. And by the way, quickly, I just wanted to say here that should the Lungu family decide to appeal, I, Simbara Shikanza, have assembled and prepared to enter court, this time physically, to also sue the Lungu family. And my case is already a public record. People have seen it. I cite multiple times the interference in the public in contemptuous acts by identity fraudsters, identity scammers, who include one called Hopewell Rugo Ochimono and several others. And my case is a public record already for several weeks. But this time, should they choose to appeal, I'm going to be physically there in court. My papers were filed in absentia, but this time I'm going to be there physically. Tichapindamo mkoti momotombosangana nao tomboonana zviso zvedu. Yeah, because yeah, I have a case also. Yangu nini. Right, so quickly, this is what it is of yours witnesses. This is my own quickly read up of the verdict. Right, as you all know, this is the case. These contemptuous acts included these characters. These characters were announcing to making statements that divide society and that bring the court process into contempt. And so I decided, no, I've got to stop this. If there are identity fraudsters or scammers out there interfering with law-abiding processes and interfering with court processes, excuse me, and in dividing society, creating tension where there's no tension, and necessary tension also, and division in society. There's a part that yeah, I have to play also. So quickly, I'm gonna be shutting, folks. I'm gonna be shutting now. And let's see if they're going to appeal. They're going to appeal. I've got someone who just posted there a link that said, "Oh, if an appeal has been filed in Mashonaland," but I think it was just something that was filed in jest. Okay, so quickly, our brothers are going to be shutting now. Just jump onto my if you want to read the full text of this, by the way. Again, just jump on your news network and read the full text. Thank you.
Siza chifundo limbikani ulemo osatiti na chabe kodi Lungu akuganiza bwanji udzapumira pafupi ndi mkazi wa muntu wina kaunda naletedwa lero mufuna inu izi ndi chinsinsi osati chifundo koma manyazi banja la kaunda linga yanke mlandu emaisu chifukwa cha ulululu ndi manyazi antano pamene Lungu ananena ndani alindi tupi koma tsopano mukufuna malo aisi chabwino tupi lake ndi la boma na tero koma tsopano ndani kusanka munda waena ule musiwo sanka lala kaunda muzimu waikopume anakana kumusungira pabeti tsopano wakufuna Winnie Mandela ai izi si za kifundo limbikani ulemu osatiti na chabe muyenera ulemu osati gusanka malomwe munakanaena. Let the heroes rest.
Kaunda muntu wa ufulu anapempa kukyala pafupi ndi mkazi weke beti koma Lungu ndi lubinda anamukana sopano akufuna Winnie Mandela alakaunda muzimu weka pumana kana kumusungira pabeti sopano no afuna Winnie Mandela ai easy siza kifundo libikani ulemu osati tina chabe. Give respect, not just a name. Kaunda na lira nikafune kapa fupi na ye Lungu wanati tupila kondi la ziko lubinda na nenapo za sikali manta abwera lero wakulankula za nkondo kodi mukugani za banji Winnie mkazi wa Mandela amupu mabwino koma Lungu wakufuna kukala na elimoji ndani anamutuma chifukwa cha chifuniro Kaunda na kana lero mufuna chinsisi lala Kaunda muzimu wekupuma nakana kumusungira pabeti sopano afuna Winnie Mandela aizi siza kifundo limbikani ulemu osati tina chabe yeah. Kodi Lungu akuganiza banji kudzapumira pafupi ndi mkazi wa muntu wina Kaunda naletedwa lero mufuna inu izi ndi chinsin society chifundo koma manyazi banja la Kaunda linga yanke mlandu chifukwa cha ulu ndi manyazi antano pamene Lungu anena ndana lindi tupi koma tsopano mukufuna malo aisi chabwino
tupi lake ndi la boma anatero koma tsopano ndana kusanka munda waena ule musiwo sanka
lala Kaunda muzimu wekupuma nakana kumusungira pabeti sopano afuna Winnie Mandela ai izi siza kifundo libikani ulemu osati tina chabe
muyenere ulemu osati kusanka malomwe munakana ena. Let the heroes rest.
Kenneth Kaunda, the liberator, the night of peace and death by Lungu and Lubinda. Now they want to rest near Winnie Mandela. Is this justice or just insults? Lala Kaunda, asiya kale, wakafarwa panyarazo yake, ivo baba kuda zimbo ya Winnie. Double insult iri kuona game yacho. Respect the hero, not just the name. Respect the hero, not just the name. tiri kuona game yacho. Respect the hero, not just the name. Respect the hero, not just the name.
Why insult a hero twice in their grave? Count as tears, documented they brave. Now Lungu's house wants royal favor from another man's queen that's not honored flavor. Can they count as sue? Yes, for the pain, for being told their father's grave was state domain. But now Lungu's family choose their own lane. Justice is justice, no double chain.
This corpse belongs to the state, they said. But now, whose corpse belongs where? Respect is not selective.
Lala kaunda, asiye akale. Wakavarwa panyarato yake. Ivo hawakuda zwimbo ya wine. Dabalin so tiri kuona game yacho. Respect the hero, not just the name. Respect the hero, not just the name. La kaunda, asiye akale. Wakavarwa panyarato yake.
Kene kaunda muntu wa ufulu anapempa kukala pafupi ndi mkazi wa kibeti. Koma Lungu ndi Lubinda na mukana sopano akufuna Winnie Mandela.
Fune kukala pafupi naye Lungu anati tupila kondi lajiko Lubinda na nena poza silikali Manta abwera lera kulankula za nkondo kodi mukuganisa bwanji Winnie mkazi wa Mandela mupuma bwino Koma Lungu kufuna kukala naye limoji Dana na mutuma chifukwa cha chifuni tonda anakana lero mufuna chinsinsi.
Lala calm down, musimu weko pume anakana kumusungira babeti. Sopano akufuna Winnie Mandela. Ai, izi siza chifundo nimikanu lemu osati jina chabe.
Kodi Lungu wakuganiza bwanji zapumira pafupi ndi mkazi wa muntu wina kaunda nalesedwa lero mufuna inu izi ndi chinsiso sati chifundo koma manyazi banja la kaunda linga yanke mlandu chifukwa cha ululu ndi manyazi antano pamene Lungu anena ndani alindi tupi koma tsopano mukufuna malo aisi chabwino tupi la kendi la boma anatero koma tsopano dana kusankha munda wena ule musiwo sanka.
Ala kaunda muzimu weko pume nakana kumusungira babeti. Sopano akufuna Winnie Mandela. Ai, izi siza kifundo nimikanu lemu osati jina chabe.
Muenere ulemu osati gusanka malomwe munakana ena. Let the heroes rest. Kenneth Kaunda, the liberator, denied peace and death by Lungu and Lubinda. Now they won't rest near Winnie Mandela. Is this justice or just insult?
Lala kaunda, asia kale, wakavarwa panyarato yake. Ivo baba kudanzi imbo ya Winnie. Double insult irubona game yacho. Respect the hero,
akachema ndibereke pejo na beti lungu akachigwarira konderenyika luganda katuma masoja intimidation now the same man talks violence contradiction Mandela's Queen Winnie rest in peace now lungu wants the grave like it's free lease kwa Mandela kune namo not prestige kaunda kachukwa now this is greed
Dala kaunda asia kale wakavarwa panyaradzo yake vana lungu vava kudance wimbo ya wine double insult tilikuona game yacho respect the hero not just the name respect the hero not just the name
why insult a hero twice in the grave count as tears documented brave now Lungu's house wants royal favor from another man's queen that's not honor its flavor can the counter sue yes for the pain for being told their father's grave was state domain but now Lungu's family choose their own lane justice is justice no double chain this corpse belongs to the state they said but now whose corpse belongs where? Respect is not selective.
Lala kaunda asia kale wakavarwa panyaradzo yake vana lungu vava kudance wimbo ya wini double insult tilikuona game yacho respect the hero not just the name respect the hero not just the name
let the dead rest with honor but don't steal peace you denied another
Kenneth Kaunda muntu wa ufulu anapempa kukyala pafupi ndi mkazi weke beti koma lungu ndi lubinda anamukana sopano akufuna Winnie Mandela
Sopano afuna Winnie Mandela Kaunda musimuweka pumana kana kumusungira pabeti Sopano no afuna Winnie Mandela ai hizi siza kifundo libikani ulemu sati tina chabe
give respect not just a name
Kaunda nalira ndikafune kapa fupi naye lungu anati tupi lako ndila dziko lubinda na nenapo za zikali manta abwera lero wakulankula za nkondo kodi mukugani za banji Winnie mkazi wa Mandela amupuma bwino koma lungu kufuna kukala na elimoji ndani anamutuma chifukwa cha chifuniro Kaunda na kana lero mufuna chinsinsi
Lala Kaunda musimuweka pumana kana kumusungira pabeti Sopano afuna Winnie Mandela hizi siza kifundo limbikani ulemu sati tina chabe
yeah kodi lungu akugani za banji kutapumira pafupi ndi mkazi wa muntu wina Kaunda naletsedwa lero mufuna inu izi ndi chinsin society chifundo koma manyazi banja la Kaunda linga yanke mlandu chifukwa cha ulu ndi manyazi antano pamene lungu anena ndana lindi tupi koma tsopano mukufuna malo aisi chabwino
tupi lake ndi la boma anatero koma tsopano ndana kusanka munda waena ule musiwo sanka
Lala Kaunda musimuweka pumana kana kumusungira pabeti Sopano afuna Winnie Mandela hizi siza kifundo libikani ulemu sati tina chabe
muyenderere ulemu osati kusanka malomwe munakana ena let the heroes rest
Kenneth Kaunda, the liberator, denied the peace in death by Lungu and Lubinda. Now they want to rest near Winnie Mandela. Is this justice or just insults?
Lala Kaunda asia kale wakavarwa panyaradzo yake ivo vava kudansi wimbo ya Winnie double insult ilikuona game yacho respect the hero not just the name respect the hero not just the name La Kaunda asia kale wakavarwa panyaradzo yake ivo vava kudansi wimbo ya Winnie double insult ilikuona game yacho respect the hero not just the name respect the hero not just just the name.
Why insult a hero twice in their grave? Count as tears, documented they brave. Now Lungu's house wants royal favor from another man's queen that's not honored flavor. Can they count as sue? Yes, for the pain, for being told their father's grave was state domain. But now Lungu's family choose their own lane. Justice is justice, no double chain.
This corpse belongs to the state, they said. But now, whose corpse belongs where? Respect is not selective. Lala kaunda, asiye akale, wakavara panyarazo yake. Ivo hawakuda zwimbo ya wine, yabalin sotiri kuwana gimyacho. Respect the hero, not just the name. Respect the hero, not just the name. La kaunda, asiye akale, wakavara panyarazo yake.
Kenneth Kaunda, muntu wa ufulu, anapempa kukala pafupi ndi mkaze wekbeti. Koma Lungu ndilubinda na mukana, sopano akufuna Winnie Mandela, lalanda nkufuna Winnie Mandela. Sopano akufuna Winnie Mandela, aizi siza hifundo, limbikani ulemu, osati jina chabe. Kaunda analira ndikafune kukala pafupi naye. Lungu anati tupilako ndila diko, lubinda anenapo zazi kalimanta bwera. Lera kula za nkondo kodi muku gani za bwanji. Wine kazi wa Mandela mpuma bino koma Lungu akufuna kukala na eli moji. Dana na mutuma chifuko cha chifuniro, Kaunda anakana lero mufuna chinsinsi. Lala Kaunda muzimu kapume, anakana kumusungira papeti. Sopano akufuna Winnie Mandela, imbikano lemu, osati jina chabe. Lala Kaunda muzimu kapume, anakana kumusungira papeti. Sopano akufuna Winnie Mandela, aizi siza chifundo, limbikani ulemu, osati jina chabe. Kodi Lungu akugani za bwanji, kudapumira pafupi ndi mkazi wa mtu wina. Kaunda na letsedwa lero mufuna inu, izi ndi chinsinsi osati chifundo. Koma manyazi, banja la kunda linga yanke mlandu. Chifukwa cha ululu ndi manyazi antano, pamene Lungu ananena ndani alindi tupi. Koma tsopano mukufuna malo aisi chabwino, tupi lake ndi la boma anatero. Koma tsopano ndana kusanka munda wena, ule musiwo sanka. Lala Kaunda muziwe kupume, anakana kumusungira papete. Tsopano kufuna Winnie Mandela, aizi siza chifundo, limbikani ulemu, osati jina chabe. Muyenerere ulemu, osati kusanka malomwe munakana ena. Let the heroes rest. Kenneth Kaunda, the liberator. They made peace in death by Lungu and Lubinda. Now they want to rest near Winnie Mandela. Is this justice or just insult? La 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 Kaunda siyakale, wakavarwa panyarazo yake. Ivo baba kudanzwe mboya, double insult, tiri kuona game yacho. Respect the hero, not just the name. Respect the hero, not just the name. Why insult a hero twice in the grave? Kaunda's tears, documented brave. Now Lungu's house wants royal favor from another man's queen that's not honor its flavor. Can the Kaunda sue? Yes, for the pain, for being told their father's grave was state domain. But now Lungu's family choose their own lane. Justice is justice, no double chain. This corpse belongs to the state, they said. But now, whose corpse belongs where? Respect is not selective. Lala Kaunda siyakale, wakafarwa panyarazo yake. Vana Lungu vava kudanzi mboya we.
belt tiri kuona geni yacho. Respect the hero, not just the name.